Whoa. Carlisle. She was from the west side, uptown, 45th Ave, bad little thing, she a cutie, and she got swag, told her that when I come through, we could pop tags, took her out of town just for shopping, you know we blow it back, don't care if haters is watching, they just getting mad, real bosses moving in silence, we let the money brag, remember being down bad, dead broke, no cash, on E, baby, I ran out of gas, all I wanted was, all I
saying is, she took away all value that the men had in that young man's life. Already saying that, they be around him, he see him, they do this, they do that. Now if she would have said, his granddad sell drugs and he a dope dealer, and his uncle, he on crack and he this, that, and this, that's different. But she didn't say that. She's like, he has his grandfather, he has his uncles, they all good guys, they this, that, woo, 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 woo. So when I'm like, oh, okay, well, they definitely helped to influence him to be a better man. She says, no, they didn't. Nah, that was all his mama. They ain't had nothing to do with him being a man. And I'm saying that to say that most black women don't have the mentality or the empathy for black men, right? Because in my opinion, for you to sit there and say that black men did not bring any value to your nephew's life is really just saying that black men don't have any value at all. Like, what? We have no value, period. But it's not her fault that she's ignorant like that she doesn't know, okay? It's her parents' fault for not teaching her, and not showing her some different ways of life and, some different perspectives in living. She probably didn't have her father either. That's what I'm guessing. I didn't ask her. I probably did ask her. I don't remember. But I'm quite sure she didn't have her father either. So, I think a lot of times, too, women who grow up without their fathers, there is definitely some trauma there when it comes to relationships, period. If your father wasn't there for you to show you how a loving man is supposed to treat a woman, being kind, being nice to you, and doing the things that a father does for his daughter, daddy-daughter dates, daddy-daughter dads, spending time with your daughter, that type of stuff, then you have some type of trauma that you went through in your life. Because not having a father in your life is traumatizing, okay? So that right there has affected the way that you date, the way that you look at men, okay? Just based off of your father not being there for you. So now that I know that her father wasn't there for her, I definitely see why she is so masculine and living in her masculinity, because you never had a father there to show you the love that a father's supposed to show his daughter. I can't raise my daughter like I raised my son, and I can't raise my son like I raised my daughter. The two, one's a girl, one's a boy. So the way I raised my daughter was making sure that I did everything that I could with her. I was always there for her. Always told her I loved her. Hugs, kisses, going out to eat, go to the park. We spent time together. So that when she got older, she seen the value of a black man. And don't get me wrong, me and her mother wasn't together. But I see my daughter damn near every day. You know what I'm saying? I used to pick her up from school, all that type of stuff. So I was always there with my daughter. And that in itself helped to show her what the value of a man is, as well as me talking to her. And, when she started dating and stuff like that, me talking to her about men, me talking to her about dating, me talking to her about, hurting men's feelings, me talking to her about not lying to men. You know what I'm saying? Me letting her understand that, hey, these niggas is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here trying to dog no niggas. Don't be out here thinking that you all that and you trying to cuss a nigga out or some shit like that. No. You keep your polish, you keep your integrity intact. And if something goes on with some nigga and you don't like the nigga no more, whatever, then you just do it like a woman, and you tell the nigga, I'm cool, it's done. Like, I'm good, it was nice while it lasted or whatever, but, it is, however you break up, just break up nice and don't hurt that nigga's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. Because I told her, look, men, we feel different, okay, when it comes to love and relationships and shit like that. And some people, some men, they can't take rejection. And some men, well, yeah, I'm gonna say some men can't take rejection at all. But some men can take rejection, but it's about how you reject them, okay? If you reject them nicely, like a woman, a mature woman, most of the time, a nigga take it, keep it moving, respect it, whatever. But if you want to, dog him or disrespect him or call him out his name and call him all type of suck ass niggas and you broke and you this, that, that's the type of stuff that pisses a man off and takes a man from 0 to 100 real quick. And that's how you end up in the positions where you got, these guys beating up on women and, shooting and killing women and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that's all of them, but I just know that I've seen how some women treat men and some of the things that they say to men, And, what I'm saying, it's like, yo, I could picture myself in that same position. And then if it was me, I know that I would be fucking livid. I know I would be pissed. I know I would be ready to leave her. But me, I'm different. I was raised different. I was raised to walk away. Oh, she tripping? All right, I'm gone. I ain't even gonna deal with her. Some niggas, nah, they ain't gonna let you get away with it. They gonna look at it like, oh, you ain't about to disrespect me. You ain't about to talk crazy to me. And it's about to be all type of drama. That's from an individual that probably comes from a dysfunctional household, okay? But that's the type of stuff that happens. So, I teach my daughter to be, mindful of, the things that she says, when she's in a relationship, the way that she treats people. My son, he's only 6, but, I'm going to have to teach him the same thing when it comes to how to treat a woman and, how to treat a woman and how a woman should treat you. You know what I'm saying? And, the things that you should do for a woman, some of the things that she do, don't do that. She trembling if she asks you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to guide, to instruct, to structure. My daughter, she's already in college, so she's good. But now I got another one that I'm raising into a man. And, this one, it's I'm not saying it's wild, but it's like I said, it's different because raising my daughter, I'm raising somebody who's not like me. You know what I mean? But now I'm raising my son. He's me. So I'm raising myself pretty much. But anyway, just like I said, her mentality towards men, a lot of it is going to be, I'm going to say majority of it comes from her not having a man in her household.
I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver. But we think that it's another human being's responsibility to give us what we need instead of us building together. I can build with a bus driver. I'd have my little stash over on the side in my prenup, but I could build with a bus driver. So I think some of the criteria that we look for in the reality of today keeps us unhappy, keeps us angry, keeps us imbalanced. And then when the men show up, we want to beat them up because they're not living up to our standards and criteria. And it's not working, beloved. It's just not working. So it's not that it's bad or wrong. It's obsolete. It's obsolete. We have to come up with a new way of being. I don't believe in carrying a man. A man has to do for himself. My son got his first job when he was 9. 9, okay? Because you're a black man, you will know how to take care of yourself. But I think the way we measure it, it's just obsolete.
And I'm not gonna say it's obsolete, but it's just so many little things out there. Well, I ain't gonna say little things. There's just so many obstacles that have been put in our place by white supremacy and systematic oppression that has literally and strategically, okay, kept black men back, okay, and it has strategically pushed black women forward, okay. the strategy was done by the white supremacist power structure. They made this way. It started back with the welfare system and them taking black men out the household, and you can't get welfare, you can't get no help if you got a man in the household. When in all actuality, that help that they was getting still wasn't enough. So, I mean, they wanted to have. It's like, all right, I get this welfare. Shit, if I get a man in the house too, then we can probably live a little comfortably. But since I can't have a man in the house, he got to stay over there. Then now I'm struggling because I'm waiting on welfare, and welfare isn't giving me enough. So welfare was one of the systems that definitely broke down the black household. Crack being put into the black communities definitely broke down the black households. And these are just things that happened when I was young. You know what I mean? Because I was born in '79. So that was around the time, you know, when they was having the going into the welfare systems and things of that nature. But once again, we know why our communities are the way that they are. We know that, you know, there's a lot of black men that are incarcerated, you know, for petty crimes, for, you know, things that, you know, a white man would not go to jail for. A white man would get a probation or a slap on the wrist. But whenever we go before the judge, most black men, they giving your ass some time. They giving you a number. You know what I'm saying? Because they already know what they're strategically trying to do, which is keep you at the bottom. And that's what they do all the time. So basically what going off what Ayanna said, let's hear what Ebony has to say right quick.
I think that's a factual analysis. For whatever we want, expect, we're told we were going to get, we got to look at the numbers and what's available on the marketplace. So you're certainly not wrong. And y'all, let's tell the truth and shame the devil. We know what you got in that prenup would never be little. It'll never be small. Now, that's a big old mound of assets. But that's okay. Let's spend a little more time just so we're really clear in this conversation, Dr. Van Zandt, difference between masculine energy and feminine energy, because I know that is not necessarily gender assigned, right? This is bigger than that. This is bigger than genitalia, right?
Right, absolutely. When we talk about man is mind, woman is heart. And so many of us have guarded, broken, closeted hearts that we do everything from here. And here, you know, as a woman that's been educated, that, like you said, has a degree, here will run out. Here will lie to you. This will never lie to you. But we've been taught not to trust this. We've been taught not to trust our knowing, our intuition. But a man can have a good idea and be brilliant, you know? So we want to have good ideas. But for us, our power is in knowing. And it's in getting that into.
All right, so let's shoot over to the Breakfast Club. Because my man Envy did not see this coming. He threw a curveball at her, and she did not like it. She did not like it. This the one? Yeah, 40 minutes. Let's find it. But he had a point.
A simple combination of natural ingredients that will help you poop out pounds of old rotten waste in your colon within just a matter.
Wake that ass up.
Men do in terms of our posture and positioning. When you're right, I am showing up in a posture of building, providing, and protecting my own self.
It's from the houses that he owns, that he made off to the police job.
You sure it's not from the cocaine?
I'm 1,000%. No,
you're right there.
It's not.
Do you think for once,
A lot of people felt it like, yo, that's disrespectful because just because I took a job, and a lot of people take those jobs for a couple of different reasons. One, the benefits, right? They know they can work for 20 years. After 20 years, they can retire and they still get their retirement and they still get their benefits. So after 20 years, they can. Most police officers, the same thing. They get their retirement, they can still carry their firearm, and they can still get their benefits. So, job that their what they do is not add
Beige
Get your
race.
jobs. And many of us don't have the option that we all had, which was to do our jobs virtually. So we are on the front lines in a way that disproportionately makes us vulnerable. We're dying because of it. That is my issue. Not to disrespect these people.
I feel like you're changing the goalposts, right? What people were upset about was what you said, and everything that you said could absolutely positively be true. People were upset that they felt like that you were putting down the average person, quote unquote average job, and the person that was working the average job, that their what they do is not as good as what you do.
That's a projection, Envy. Envy, that's a projection.
That's
Because
what,
you know what?
I'll let you speak.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So when you start talking about all this, and I read the comments just like you did because I wanted to prepare myself when you came up here to understand what people were mad about, understand what people were upset about. So when you're talking about all this brother this and the black man this and the white supremacy this and this, that, and the other, that's all to the side of how you felt about that quote unquote average job, right? And I'll be honest with you, right? One of the comments that I said, and maybe I'm not sure, right? The guy was like, you talk about all this about lifting a brother up and lifting this up and white supremacy and what you do for our people. And then the first thing the brother said was, but your fiance was white. And I'm sitting there like, how do you talk about how much you're uplifting and how much you're going for black people, but that's not necessarily what you're even looking for?
Well, first of all,
Dr. Umar, damn.
Look at Charlamagne's face. Oh my God. Oh, he said, damn, Paige and Dr. Umar. Hey, what what DJ Envy just said. Oh, she got pissed off about that. I ain't gonna say she, we gonna watch it. Hold on. She got pissed though. Look, you can see she pissed off.
Let's address it. And let's not skip a beat.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to know how you, Envy, know what I'm looking for. We never had the conversation.
I don't know.
But you just framed it.
We don't need to know what you're looking for. We see what you with. So if we don't know what you're looking for, but we can see who you with, and if you with a white guy, he's your fiance, then obviously you're not looking for a black man. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? So, Ebony is starting to give me Candace vibes. Okay? I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Starting to give me some Candace vibes. Now, I'm not saying that she's like Candace, because we know Candace Owens is crazy. Okay, so she's not like Candace Owens, but you see, she like to dip her. She like to go over there and kick it with some of that white chocolate sometimes. You know what I'm saying? She like her some cream. You know what I mean? With no coffee. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I just had to play that part. That's the last little bit I'm gonna play. But I'm going to say that, we as black men, we definitely have to do better when it comes to our black women. I do understand when she says that she doesn't want a man who is content, right? She wants a man who's ambitious, who's always trying to go to the next level. And believe me, I understand, because I know that there's men out there who can give a shit about going to the next level. It's people out there who get up, go to work, come home. That's it. That's all I do. That's all I care about doing. Don't ask me for shit else. That's enough for them. They don't care about being a millionaire. They don't care about, I want to go here and do this. They don't care about that. All they care about is getting this check, paying these bills, and being able to come home and sit down and do nothing. Now, if that's not the type of man that you're looking for, then yes, you have to find a man who is not content with what he has and wants more. I mean, that's just it. But and that's going based off of what she said before. What Envy said was, it looks like you dating white men, but whatever is your preference, whatever you want to do, Paige and Dr. Umar, whatever you want to do, that's on you, sweetie. You know what I'm saying? We call white women snow bunnies. I guess we would call white men what? Snow bears? Polar bears. No? I don't know what we would call white men. I'm just trying to make up a word. But anyways, yeah. So we got snow bunnies and snow foxes, snow leopards. I don't know. But yeah. I never dated a white person. I don't plan on dating a white person. And I am a firm believer that, you know, if you're sitting around running your mouth talking about the black movement and the things that black people need to do in their community and how to, you know, black people can do better and all this other stuff, and you got a white fiance or you got a white wife or a white husband, I have to look at you sideways, because it's like you preaching all this pro-black stuff, but you with a white person. So somewhere along the lines, you lost your blackness, or somewhere along the lines, you know, you switch sides. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was hilarious. So, make sure you guys check out that. She was on for like 40 minutes, and they did go back and forth talking about different stuff. That's the only thing she said about her white fiance. She, what do you think how do you know what I'm looking for? He's like, I don't know what you're looking for, but we know you had a white fiance. So you obviously ain't just strictly black. So, you know, I don't know. I had to look at that a little sideways. But, you know, all I'm here to do is just give my review on what she said. And like I stated, I think what she said was just, she said it on purpose to get the clickbait. When you go back and watch the video, like we just watched the video, as soon as she said what she said, she started smiling all crazy. Like, yeah, I got their ass. I know they're going to be mad about that shit. So, Ebony ain't stupid. She knew what she was doing. She was getting to the bag. Good job, girl. I see you. So, make sure you guys click the link in the bio. Like, subscribe. You know what to do. We really, really appreciate the love. I'm going to start dropping more review videos. I think I'm going to review something else today, too. So, I have another video coming out soon. But once again, thanks for stopping by. Make sure you guys share the video if you like it. And other than that, peace.